So today I'm going to install the Hertz 4.900 amp in my 2024 Road Glide without the big screen. It's the 2023 stereo. It's got the smaller screen. So I'm gonna install that today. I'll go ahead and get started tearing it down. There's no videos on this make and model, so I thought I'd make one. I'm no professional by any means, but for anybody who wants to see what they're gonna be getting into, this video might work for you. Just from what I can tell, you gotta start with taking off the windshield. One of them T-bits, but it's not, it's one of them square bits. It just pops off. Off the turn signal here. Pretty sure his speakers just pop off. Bought this set here, really come in handy for pulling things like this off. Put these out of the way where they won't get stepped on. Yeah, so these do need to come off. Actually, just the bottom one does. These need to be unplugged. that was confusing. It's just the top. There's little prongs down here, but you don't want to mess with those. They don't do nothing. It's just the top here. The little piece right there you push on with your thumb. It comes unplugged. And that's it. It comes right off. I didn't have to take this one all the way off. Just the bottom screw. So I'll go ahead and put this back on. It's just the bottom screw on that. So now the amp's got to go up under here. So I'm pretty sure I got to take out the headlight. So let's see how that's fixed on there. Looks like there's a bolt there, a bolt there. One here and one here. So I need a square bit, and then I need the Allen. Pinch these. Yep, that comes right out like that. Makes it real easy. Just pinch them. Come out real easy. Didn't think I'd need that when I bought it, but helped out a little bit with that part. Ah, I see. And a little harder to get to. .3/16. Yeah, that does it. Much easier. One on the right's easier to get to, so I'm gonna leave it. just a little bit in because I'm not sure if the light's gonna, looks like it's gonna fall out. Yep, that did it. Now, that looks pretty easy. Looks like there's some two holes that are up inside. It's hard to see. But from what I can tell, I'll show you. There's a couple holes right there on that side and on that side. So I'm pretty sure that's where I need to mount this mount. So let's see if I can figure that out. Get you down here. Might have to take that radio off before I can get that in. So what I'm doing is pulled this hose out. I made sure to follow it so I know how to put it back. It goes down here and then into a zip tie. I've got to unplug this. Looks like you push on that and pull. It's real easy. And then so that's that one. And then another one down here. This one here, you just pushed on that and it come out real easy. So it's a little harder to get my fingers on. Here, have them come unplugged. Got another hose here. I want to see how it runs down before I pull it, so I can put it back the way I found it. Not sure what that is. pull that out and try to reroute it. I'm just gonna disconnect it here. There we go. There's a couple bolts up under here. One here, one here, one over on the other side in the front. And looks like it stays on. So I'll do the hard ones first. These up under here. It's that little black tab right there. I gotta take that off. That right there. Looks like you can either use a larger T or a... That's it right there. It's got the T fitting on it. T40 it looks like. Not seeing a valve, so I'm gonna have to YouTube that to figure out. Okay, so I'm back, and I had to do a little bit of checking to make sure I was doing this right, because I didn't want fuel to go all over the place, so I double checked. This is the fuel thing here, and apparently all you have to do is push up on this quick connect here, and it's here it clicked, and then pull down. So push up and pull down, and boom, it disconnects. Got a very little bit of fuel on my hand there, so I'm gonna wipe that off. Now I think I'm ready to pull the tank. Got the fuel disconnected, got all of the lines disconnected. Said it's gonna be a little heavy because I didn't think it through, and I should have not fueled up before I came home this time, but I decided to do this last minute. Nothing else was connected. So set that down right there. That was kind of heavy. So, all right, now that was going to need to be done anyway, so I went ahead and got it done. I believe the next step is to flash the stereo. So I'm going to have to look that up on the computer here. Okay, so I flashed the stereo, and there's a lot of good videos on that on the internet, so I'm not gonna try to do that. This video here is pretty much just to show you what to take apart. You have to do the flashing from other videos. So now I gotta take the stereo out. So that I can install the bracket and the amp. So So there's a bolt here and here and here and here. Yeah, so that's loose. I don't know if I need to take, I don't know that I need to take it out. I just need to figure out if I can get that bracket in there. Boy, that is a tight fit. Be a pain to try to get these bolts in there, but you definitely can't get that in with the amp attached to it. That would have been really difficult. There was some nuts welded on there. Now it's going to be a matter of getting your fingers up in there and within the holes. All right, the bracket is installed. Now, so I already got that Velcro on there. So now all I gotta do is stick this on here. Bolt the stereo back down so I know that the bolts don't get in the way of my amp. All right, I think I got all the wiring matched up. Even though this one here said do not use, I think it was because this was set up for my street glide. And this is a road glide. So all the wires seem to have a home. I'm hoping after I get all this done that I won't have trouble getting my headlight in there, because it does seem like that might be an issue. But we'll see. They told me it would fit. Holy cow, that was tight. All right, so now that I know that works, I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the battery. I'm almost done. I'm working on the back speakers here. Almost got this one here out. And I'm gonna put the new speakers in, and then it's pretty much putting her back together. So for those of you who don't need help doing that, pinching these together because they're a little loose. Put a little added dents. A little added sound barrier here. All right, time to put her back together. See if fairing goes back on, huh?
The IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save it
Okay, it's working.
First year with promo code.
All it was a fuse the first time. Got me all worried I hooked up the wires wrong. In fact, I did. I hooked this one up to the one that says do not connect, which was stupid.
And make sure that what you purchase is installed correctly. We may be doing this with other customers, and because of this, sometimes we're not able to.
I'm calling Volunteer Audio because this wiring system, this wiring here, it's for lower fairing. It's not for these speakers here. So I'm wanting to call and see if I can't get the proper wiring so I don't have to, so it's all plug and play and I don't have to worry about my warranty being ruined because I tapped into some wires somewhere. So I'm calling them now. Go ahead and do the speakers while I'm waiting on the call.
Volunteer, this is Jay.
Hi Jay, my name's Chad. I ordered a amp from you guys a while back for a 2023 Street Glide, and I'm installing it now on a 2024 Road Glide. And I called before, and you all said it would work, and it's working so far. The only difference is this one is a Road Glide Limited, and it's got the Tour Pack with the Tour Pack speakers, and I've got the wiring for my last bike, which was for the lowers. So the lower, I'm not having that plug and play thing going on here, and I don't want to tap into the wires. So I'm wondering if I could get the harness.
Oh, no. So if you've got one of our plug and play amps that has a key harness and plug in behind the radio,
Right.
Yep, as soon as you plug into the big radio connector.
So I don't need the, so it's already wired then? I don't, the lowers was the separate wire and it was a completely separate thing? Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. I guess I didn't mess with the rear front. I just assumed it wasn't hooked up. Great. I appreciate you taking my call.
No, it is definitely hooked up.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
I guess it is hooked up. I guess this wire here is only for if I want lowers, and on my bike, these lowers actually don't have a place for speakers because it's water cooled there. So I don't need this wire. That's good. Makes things easy. Volunteer audio is pretty awesome that way, I guess. So I'll just have to find this wire here, or it's a added wire that I don't really need for this bike because the other bike had lowers. So this wire here is now also part of the do not use wires. So I'll just take all that knife and right up here. Okay. Making headway finally. All right. So it's, now that he's told me that, I'm gonna go ahead and listen and see if I can't hear the back speakers just to make sure, since this wasn't really set up for this bike, but he did say it would work.
Lock, great. And backhoeing is as convenient as turn around, switch, dig. Because when you've got the versatility to tackle just about any job, and dealer support in your own backyard, you just have to get in the seat. Find the right compact tractor for you at johndeere.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry.
They are working. Awesome.
Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837.
All right, he was right. They're both work. They're all working. So now all I got to do is just throw in the speakers. Look how easy that came out. So we want to make sure we get these speaker wires right. See how much smaller that magnet is? How much bigger the tweeter is? Much bigger, better speaker. Now I need to figure out how to do the polarity test. Well, the one that's black is bigger too than the white one.
Well, that would just tell me that the black would be the power.
Yeah, maybe the black's the power because it's the bigger of the two.
Yeah.
As far as the connections goes, is on the speaker.
Big wire, you know what I mean?
On the speaker, the black one goes into a little diode or something, one of those little round barrel looking things.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what I don't know if a power wire goes into one of those little barrel things or not.
Yeah.
It says 4.7 amps on the little barrel.
Does it? What's it say on the wire? Here, remember that saying anything on the wire?
No,
Nothing.
nothing. But on the speaker itself, it's got like a little barrel. Hold on, I'll send you a picture.
Did you Google a diagram for that or no?
No, this thing's so new, I'd have to buy a book or something.
They have a fucking download for it. Sure.
Oh yeah.
They got a owner's
Well,
manual.
there's a way to figure it out. I got this little tool and everything to figure it out. I just can't figure out how to get the damn thing to work.
You have to turn the key on your bike.
Well, the key is on.
Right?
Here, look at that. So this is the speaker it came off of, and the black one, pull up that photo in your text. The black one was connected to the black one on this speaker, and the pink one was connected to the pink one.
Right.
So, well, anyway, see that little barrel thing?
Yeah,
Do you think that's the positive one?
yes.
Okay. All right, then that's all. That's what I needed to do. So on this one here, the new speaker. On the new speaker, it's got a barrel like that, but it's a lot bigger.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work.
I got the speakers in.
Yeah, turn it on.
Well, I got the front ones in anyway.
Yeah.
I still gotta do the back ones.
Here.
All right, got the wiring in. All right, what's next? Okay. Speakers. Okay, now that I got the headlight to fit, I didn't have the amp as far back as it would go because it was super tight on the brackets in there. I thought it was back as far as it would go, but it wasn't. Now I'm going to take apart the battery, hook up the power wires, and before I put anything together, I'm going to make sure my stereo works. So well, that's not good. I think I'm done, and I think I'll take her for a ride.